In the tranquil village of Midtown, 10-year-old Timmy, Johnny and Gina have shared a special bond since their early childhood. They live in a sleepy street where not much ever seems to happen. Timmy, an energetic boy with a warm heart and brown hair, was the glue that held the trio together, whilst Johnny was a spirited young lad whose infectious energy lit up even the quietest of moments. Meanwhile, Gina, with raven black hair that cascaded like a waterfall, was the embodiment of confidence and charm. Over the years, they discovered the hidden treasures of their neighbourhood, from secret hideaways beneath ancient oak trees to the gentle whispers of the Midtown Creek that flowed nearby. This Halloween, they had devised a daring plan that would test their courage. They would explore the spooky abandoned house at the end of their street. For as long as they could remember, this eerie structure has stood as a looming mystery, shrouded in stories of ghosts and unexplainable phenomena. Its ivy-covered walls and broken windows seemed like a portal to another world, a world they were determined to explore. They told Gina's mum they were going trick-or-treating, but in reality, they were going to explore the abandoned house. As they prepared to leave, Gina said goodbye to her mum. Weirdly, her mum sounded like she might have a cold. Never mind, she'll be fine, Gina thought to herself. With backpacks filled with flashlights, snacks, and a sense of invincibility, they set out as the sun began its descent, painting the sky in fiery oranges and deep purples. The cobbled street, usually so serene, was alive with the excitement of Halloween. The children's footsteps echoing with every creak and crunch of the leaves underfoot. As they reached the end of the street, the abandoned house loomed before them. Halloween had transformed into a night of unforgettable exploration, and the abandoned house held secrets they were determined to uncover. As they ventured closer, their flashlights cutting through the gathering darkness, they caught sight of something inexplicable. Gina's torch beam quivered, just as eerie flashes of light emanated from the broken windows of the house. These spectral illuminations sent an icy cold chill down their spines. "Did you see that?" Timmy whispered, his voice barely audible over the chorus of crickets that serenaded the night. "I did," Johnny replied, his wide eyes reflecting the flickering lights. "It's like the house is trying to tell us something." Gina, who was known for her boundless curiosity, couldn't resist the intrigue. "We've come this far, and we're together. Let's find out what's going on." With a mixture of determination and fear, they inched closer to the mysterious flashes. The sounds of their own footsteps and breathing became a symphony of suspense. The closer they got to the house, the more intricate and unsettling the flashes of light appeared. As they reached the weathered front door, the flashes of light subsided, leaving an eerie stillness in their wake. The door, which had seemed to beckon them earlier, now stood as a foreboding portal to an unknown realm. With a collective breath, they pushed open the creaking door and ventured deeper into the secrets of the abandoned house. Their flashlights pierced the darkness, revealing decrepit corridors, crumbling wallpapers, and mysterious, forgotten belongings, strewn about as if time had forgotten this place. Gina's fingers tightened around their flashlight, whilst Timmy and Johnny huddled closer. As they explored room after room, they uncovered dusty furniture, faded photographs, and cryptic symbols etched on the walls. The house seemed to harbour countless secrets, each more mysterious and unsettling than the last. "Maybe we should go back," Timmy suggested, his voice quivering with unease. But Gina, undeterred, urged them to continue. "Let's see what's hiding in the shadows." Their curiosity battled their fear, and they pressed on, unravelling the enigma of the haunted house, one creaking floorboard and eerie sound at a time. As they continued their exploration, the house seemed to stretch into infinity, its maze-like corridors leading to countless rooms and hidden passages. What had initially appeared as a foreboding yet manageable structure had transformed into a sprawling maze of forgotten memories and decaying secrets. Johnny's voice quivered with uncertainty. "This place is way bigger than we thought. I'm not sure we can find our way back." Gina's resolve wavered for the first time, and she clutched her flashlight tighter, her eyes darting nervously from side to side. "We need to stay calm. We'll find a way out." But even as she tried to reassure her friends, the gravity of the situation became undeniable. The house, with its endless hallways and hidden rooms, had become a nightmarish puzzle. They were trapped in a maze of forgotten memories and eerie noises, a place that seemed to defy the laws of reality. Timmy's voice quivered as he said, "What if we never find a way out of here?" Suddenly, in a dimly lit chamber, they stumbled upon the source of the mysterious flashing lights, a pulsating, otherworldly portal. Unearthly energy surged within it, and a shiver of fear raced down their spines. Before their disbelieving eyes, the portal sprang to life, and terrifying apparitions began to emerge from it. Ghastly, spectral figures, clad in tattered garments and with eyes that glowed with unnatural evil, began to float ominously into the room. But the most sinister figure of all appeared next, a wicked witch, her skin as pale as the moon, her cackling laughter piercing the air. Panic surged through the children, and with hearts pounding and adrenaline coursing through their veins, they fled the room. They raced through a gauntlet of spiderwebs, sending plumes of dust into the air, and tore through dusty, tattered curtains that billowed like ghostly spectres in their wake. They didn't stop running until the witch and her menacing entourage were out of sight, and they had, by sheer luck, found their way back to a familiar part of the house. They paused for a moment, chests heaving and eyes wide with terror, to catch their breath. Huddled behind a dusty, tattered couch in the dim, foreboding room, the children strained to listen. The eerie footsteps of the witch drew nearer, each step echoing ominously. The room itself seemed to close in around them, plunging them deeper into darkness and despair. Timmy's voice barely rose above a whisper. "I can feel a breeze. It might be an exit." Their hearts raced as they weighed their options. With caution, they decided to risk it and make a break for what they hoped was an exit. Just as Timmy cautiously reared his head above the couch to check, he saw the witch standing right in front of him, her eyes locking onto his with a chilling intensity. Without hesitation, they bolted from their hiding place. Their footsteps pounded through the house as they raced in the direction of the mysterious breeze. The witch's haunting laughter pursued them, growing ever more distant. Finally, they reached the door, their last glimmer of hope. As they threw it open, a rush of cool, fresh air met their faces. They squinted against the blinding moonlight that spilled from the outside world. Johnny slammed the door shut with a resounding bang. With their hearts still pounding, they continued their escape. The eerie portal and the evil spirits were left behind. There they stood, in the cool night air, their breath visible in the moonlight, grateful for the escape. Their Halloween adventure had taken them to the brink of terror and back. Gasping for breath and still trembling from their harrowing encounter with the witch, the children didn't stop running until they reached the sanctuary of Gina's house. It was a moment of immense relief, for the feeling of safety washed over them like a warm embrace. "Mum?" Gina called out as they entered the kitchen, but the figure with its back to them didn't respond. Her mum continued to work, her silhouette hidden beneath the eerie glow of the jack-o'-lanterns and the flickering candles that illuminated the room. "Mum!" Gina repeated, her voice wavering with uncertainty. She reached out to touch her mother's shoulder, but as the figure turned around, it became horrifyingly clear that this was not her mum at all. It was the witch, her malevolent grin stretching across her pale, ghostly face. The children's screams filled the room as they recoiled in terror. Their escape from the haunted house has only led them to an even more sinister fate. The witch's cackling laughter echoed through the room as she advanced, leaving the fate of the children shrouded in darkness. And with that eerie twist of fate, the story concludes, reminding us that the line between the supernatural and the everyday is often thinner than we might dare to imagine. Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm the witch, and I'm under your bed. Good night.